Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of World End Syndrome on Nintendo Switch. Okay, so I don't know what happened in the last episode, but basically you were just watching an entire episode of a copyright warning, which occasionally appears on accident because of my setup. So I guess we're just going to do another episode of this so that you at least have something to watch if you're interested in World End Syndrome. Unfortunately, I don't have a save that goes far enough back to replay all of the past events, but you're basically just missing a day in the story. I think the only thing I can do is go back this far, which is not very far. So let's pick up where we left off and go from there. So the capture software is just sometimes just screws me over. Sometimes really bothers me. Okay, so I can't go to these other places quite yet. Interesting. Okay, back to the mansion. I yell in her direction to stop her. I come to a stop, out of breath. What are you doing in such a hurry? Oh, yeah, I've definitely seen this before. Okay, and then I think our only choice is to do this. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so good. So I am locked in on the Ray route, I think. Or I don't know. I don't know if every route has this. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Won't find out until we try another route. We got the kitty all returned. Okay, and then we're back to being able to shoot stuff again. So let's start from the bottom. Lit from behind by the moon, the Kamishiro Manor, it lies silent in the darkness. The security camera bothers me, but I think about fooling around in front of the camera, but I'm not bold enough for it. There's nobody in the dimly lit shrine, or so I think at first. I hear a chanting voice from somewhere. It seems to be coming from in front of the main building. Please let me meet Nikire. Please let me meet Nikire. Please let me meet Nikire. Kensuke, I bet your wish will come true. Please let me meet Nikire. Please let me kiss Nikire. Please let Nikire become my wife. Kensuke, stop pestering the gods. The sacred land, surrounded by a heavy forest, is dark at night despite the light of the moon. I look around. The sound of the wind echoes eerily through the trees. I hurry to leave the sacred land behind. Walking out of the forest at this time of night, that's got to be something wrong with me. The thin path leading deeper inside it is choked with dense growth. The riverbank is lit only by the light of the moon. It's at times like these that for a split second I feel like I'm merely a tiny part of nature. But we spend our days without much thought of this truth. Huh? What are you doing here? I was about to ask that. Amana stares right at me. I wonder what she's thinking about. I look away, unable to bear the silence. Mihate town can be pretty nice at night, don't you think? This town is filled with so many things that you wouldn't have seen where you were before. This town, it smells like summer in the summertime, and it smells like autumn in the autumn. I'm just saying the obvious, aren't I? You're making that face. Humans have to live in harmony with the seasons. I mean, who can promise that this same season will come around again? Remember this, when you can no longer enjoy the seasons, that is when you should reflect upon your soul. And you should enjoy the seasons today. Oh dear, I'm babbling on about more unnecessary things. Goodbye. Enjoy the seasons. Right. I wonder if I should get a tan. The sight of Cafe Prestige at night is like a single light shining out in the darkness. Yamato greets me with enthusiasm. Miyu's out right now, though I guess you didn't ask. Amana's not around. I'm a little disappointed. I order an iced tea as usual. Oh, I see. Nothing goes on if I pick that wrong, huh? Okay, interesting. There's sparse foot traffic along the boardwalk at night, but the passing car headlights keep her from feeling lonely. The sound of the cars going by mixes with that of the waves. It's like they make up a quiet heartbeat. It's Saya. Oh, good evening. I wasn't sighing. Why would I ever do such a thing? Obviously I wouldn't, so I didn't. Sighing is an expression of self-loathing or narcissism and only results in negativity. That's been proven. No, I lied. I just want to try saying something like that. But really, what are you doing here? Students should be at home by now. So should you, Saya. A bunch of people who look like hotel guests are chatting over alcoholic beverages. Not my kind of scene. That girl in the back with the glasses looks a lot like Hanako. Well, she wouldn't be in this sort of place. I slip out of the lounge. Even the area around the lighthouse is dark. Making one's way along the cape takes courage. Why did I come here? All I can say is that I simply let myself wander. Okay, so that's sort of a ray path, I suppose. Let's see if it marks it as a ray path. That's a cyan ray path, I suppose. Yeah, it marks it as Saya. Okay. Can't go to the school. Let's see what's at the mansion. Back home at the mansion, it seems that someone's home. The lights are on. Mayumi is pacing back and forth in front of a mirror in the living room. She holds a swimsuit up against her body. Is it because you got fat? I didn't know. I didn't know you last year. Mayumi sighs.
なんかさ、昨日の話、私なんて返事しようかなと思って、考えてたら頭痛くなってきちゃった。
At first, I'm not sure what she's talking about, but soon I remember that Mayumi had been asked out last morning. You should do what you like.
そうだよね。彼人気者だし、性格も良さそうだし、付き合ってもいいかな。どう思う？
Me? I don't know. I'm more worried for Sagamiya.
それどういう意味よ。
For a second, I think she might hit me, but she looks away.
わかった。じゃあそうする。明日から私、人妻だからね。
It's awkward living under the same roof as a married woman. I return to my room. I turn on the radio.
World End Syndrome. こんばんは、月岡ひかるです。今日はこの町の大きな謎の一つ、禁足地について。禁足地とはその名の通り、立ち入りを禁じられている場所。足を踏み入れたが最後、二度と出られない。そんな言い伝えが禁足地たる理由です。三果町の禁足地はその昔、将軍の鷹狩りの場だったとも言われています。同学のために鷹をしもべとする人間、その愚かな人間の侵入を鷹神様が拒むとも。古の言い伝えに現在も縛られている禁足地。実は日本中至るところに存在するのです。あなたも一度訪れてみてはいかがでしょう。だけど決して足を踏み入れることのありませんように。
I really like those segments. However, it does not contribute to my Ray route. I suppose it'll be sort of the me route when we finally get around to that. Okay, so nothing that would specifically bring me to Ray, so let's pick the Saya route then. I wonder if I just do them out of order, what happens. I'm not sure if it matters. The forecast calls for a sunny day. My phone rings. Hey, it's Kensuke.
Yo!
Oh, I've definitely seen that before. Okay, so last time I picked the big group. Let's see what the mansion gets me first. The weather's very nice. The sun shines down mercilessly. The cicadas cry, living out their short lives. Yukino is reading documents she's scattered all over the table. I wonder why it's World End. I should ask Detective Ryuzaki. I shouldn't bother her. I quietly open the door to leave. My room's barren as always. Oh, that's right. Same stuff here. Oh, I forgot to save in the menu. Let us save here. I arrive at the station after the morning rush. Around this time, trains stop at the station only a couple of times an hour. It's relaxing here, unlike in the city. I hear a familiar voice from the store by the street. I know it goes on sale tomorrow, but can't you let some copies go? Maybe just a day early? It's a simple request, really. Only a day. I call to Detective Ryuzaki from behind. Oh, it's the sulky new kid. Don't bother me, I'm working. What's with that sad lie? This manager is really not being flexible. I'm sure he's got them in the back already. Hey, do something for me. If you succeed, I'll take you off the suspect list. I'm on the suspect list? Tch, you're all useless around here. Never mind then. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Do you know the current whereabouts of Yukino Watanashi? I tell her that I don't know. And yet you live together. How inattentive of you. No matter, I'll look for her myself. Do you need something from her? Don't start getting nosy, kid. It's none of your business. Kid. Yukino's only 20, I think. Does being 20 make that much of a difference? The hospital is busy with patients in the morning. There seems to be a lot of seniors present. Surrounded by trees, this is an ideal place for rest and recovery. Oh, really? That's all there is there? There aren't many cars along the boardwalk in the morning. The morning sunlight reflects on the waves, dancing and sparkling. In the lobby of the Kamishita Hotel, porters and doormen rush in their tasks. I see movement in the corner of my eye. When I glance over, a girl with braids scurries furtively across the lobby. That... She slips past a dazed-looking porter and flees, running at full speed. She looked a lot like Hanako. No way. There's no way she'd be here. The cool morning breeze is still playing around the lighthouse out on the cape. When I'm here, all my hopes and fears seem to leave me. For a moment, anyway. Okay, well, we're definitely keeping that choice. But let's see what the other choices get us, even though that's the choice that we're going to keep. As we're trying to run into Ray as much as possible. Foot traffic is scarce in this neighborhood at this time of the day. The elderly sweep their porches while the kids are playing. Everybody's living a quiet, peaceful life. Cafe Prestige, a place to eat breakfast while surrounded by greenery and birdsong. The smell of freshly baked bread wafts over me.
Irashai.
There aren't many customers at Miyu Cafe during the morning hours, and what customers there are about to leave. Thank you very much. So, new kid, now that you're the only customer, feel free to stretch out and relax. Thank you, I respond. I might as well relax then. I take my usual table by the wall and order an iced tea. It looks like I'll be able to spend some quiet time here. Oh, that was a super boring choice. The forest entrance greets me with birdsong. Others taking their morning walk greet me as we pass by. This is the riverbank where we had the barbecue last month. I see kids playing in the river. It must be nice to have all of the outdoors to use as your playground.
Ah.
Oh, it's you. You're here early. It's true that on this day of the 7th, Nikide will be filming at the waterfall past here, but that's at 2 o'clock. Still, it's good discipline to show up early to things. I applaud you. Have this as a reward. Kensuke hands me a box of snacks. You know of this food. You know of this food. That's right. The dream collab between Kamishito Do and ZZ Panda. Zettai Zatsumi sticks. I don't say anything. Once you've had one, you can't stop. Its Nikide love level might even be higher than the good Choco Panda. Now eat. I might as well, so I take the box from him. There's only one left. Are you sure I can have it? Of course. I take the last stick and put it in my mouth. It slowly hits me. Hot! Gotcha! This popular snack food comes with 12 sticks in each pack, but one of them is secretly a super spicy pepper flavor. Just one? ZZ Panda has 11 members. So this is like finding a hidden Yomobito among the girls. How avant-garde. How clever. He was the last one. Kensuke, you knew this was the hot one. Well, I'm going to go kill time. It'll be nice. I'll be nice and give you another, so you can practice finding the Yomobito. Kensuke tosses another box at me before crossing the bridge and heading off into the forest. I got a box of Zetai Zatsumi snacks. The taste is pretty addictive. Good job, Kamishito-do. Okay, a stick-shaped snack created in collaboration with ZZ Panda. 12 sticks come in each pack, one for each of the 11 members of the group, plus a super spicy stick that adds a hint of danger. Oh, Big Teak, you aren't on attendant duty for me today, so you're free to do as you wish. I guess I'm already written into her attendance schedule now. There's a tennis match today, but Saya squirms a little. I think I'd like to try walking from here to school. Since you keep saying that travel by car isn't good for me, I figure that it might be a good idea to try walking. I tell her that it's a normal thing to do, plus it's good for one's health. I have a personal gym at home, so there's no way I could be unhealthy, thank you, but I will try walking.
ごきげんよう。
Takegami Shrine looks out over the ocean. The morning sea breeze drifts through the area, and the sound of waves is soothing. Even I can find this relaxing. Even in the morning, the sacred land is far from relaxing. The nearby shrine seems to pass judgment on trespassers. I leave this area in silence. Okay, so I will pick the ray route. Alright, and thankfully the ray route we already know, but let's see what other routes are going to open up for the next time we play. Back home at the mansion, nobody seems to be inside. Both Mayumi and Yukino are still out. I pour myself a cup of barley tea from the fridge. Since the windows are closed, the room feels stuffy. I could really waste the whole day away in here. And this is where I read the book. Potentially read the book. Students are milling around Mihate High for club activities in the afternoon, even during summer break. Saya comes in through the school gate. She looks visibly exhausted. That was certainly a first. I walked all the way from here to home. Or from here from home. You said that walking was beneficial, so I gave it a try. But walking for a long period seems to use muscle groups that don't get used when I work out. I'm a bit tired, and I'll have you know that I'm definitely not out of breath. I will win my tennis match. Saya trudges through the doors. Oh, Big Deke, you should go home early today. It looks like it's going to rain later this afternoon. Rain? The forecast said it would stay sunny today. Did it now? Well, you can't really trust the forecast completely. I'll be leaving soon, so remember to return the key to the staff room when you lock up. She hands me the key. Don't get caught in the rain. I go into the hallway and poke my head out a window. The sky is still overflowing with summer sun. I don't think it's going to rain. I arrive at the rooftop. As I watch the students play their sports down on the field, a sense of alienation overtakes me. This is why I look at the sky, so I can reaffirm just how tiny my existence is. Yeah, main character definitely has a weird attitude. As the trains arrive at the station, people come and go, dispersing into the town. At the foot of the hill, a group of people immersed in their phones appears to be waiting for somebody. Mayumi emerges from a fancy shop. I call over to her. Shopping? Yeah, a bit. I was looking for a cute book cover. But I guess if I want something special, I'll have to go over to the next station on the train line. Can't you use any old book cover? You really don't get how girls think. Boys and girls are different, Kay. If you don't get it, no one will ever like you, Kay. Stop saying Kay. Well, don't you worry. I don't have an ounce of hope that you'll ever come to understand how girls think. What I need from you most of all is the cooking, laundry, trash duty, pest control, oh, and making my bed, and trash duty, a rule established while house sharing with Mayumi. The protagonist is responsible for cleaning on weekdays and Mayumi on the weekends. Clearly an unfair deal for the protagonist. However, after Mayumi accuses him of wrongdoing he doesn't remember, he has no choice but to accept these terms. Not only is the daily rota unfair, but he soon realizes that the trash trucks don't even operate on weekends. You know, with all this experience, I'm pretty sure I understand how a housewife thinks. You and your rebellious attitude. You know, I don't mind spreading the word that you attacked me in my sleep. You already did that. Seriously, if you oppose me, I'm gonna make you sleep outside. That would suck. Morikawa Hospital is surrounded by nature. Even in the afternoon, there seems to be a steady flow of patients. It might be because there aren't any other hospitals around, but it's a good thing everyone's health everyone's health conscious. Is everyone health conscious? I remain conscious while I ate 2 pizzas. Is that the same thing? The coastline of Mihate town stretches elegantly towards the cape. It's an example of the majesty of nature. A kite soars higher and higher on the sea breeze. Though it looks comfortable, I wouldn't want to be a simple bird. This is the Kamishiro Hotel lobby.
Hey, you!
What are you saying? You let Ray go to the film set alone? Ray Nikaido's manager is tearing a young man a new one. Seriously, everyone, you've all got it coming. The cape with the town's most famous landmark, the lighthouse. Because there's no shade, it's scorching hot, but there's no denying that the view of the ocean from here is amazing. I close my... does anything ever happen at the lighthouse? Man, it's like nothing happens there. There'd be something really big that happens at the lighthouse at some point in time. The steep hill is picturesque, but actually walking up it is a different story entirely. The occasional pinwheel accentuates the rural feeling of this place. Cafe Pastiche is surrounded by nature. Patrons come by foot and by bike in the afternoon. It's nice because the staff don't mind if I stay for a long time. Welcome. Amana brought over some water. She's helping the cafe in her uniform as usual. Iced tea again? I nod. Amana nods back in confirmation and heads over to the kitchen. I guess I'm a regular now. Honestly, I actually do the same thing. I just order iced tea wherever I go. It's real interesting what establishments consider iced tea. And the degrees of how much tea is in iced tea from place to place. Whereas if you go like order a Coke or you know, like a soft drink or something, you know, then it's like that's always the same for the most part. But an iced tea, it's interesting how different it can be. The gates to the Kamishiro residence don't open unless a car comes through. There's a security camera set up near the top of the gate. I wonder if I'm being watched at this very moment. Akagami Shrine. I see visitors who came to the shrine grounds to pray. I go with the flow and throw some coins into the box and pray. I don't have anything to wish for or be thankful for. I know it's all meaningless.
Ah.
Who could it be but our pessimistic transfer student? The locals don't come here so lightheartedly. Did you know that? If you're from this town, you don't come to this place without a good reason. It's been imprinted into our minds that the place is forbidden. It's drilled into us from our childhood lullabies. You know what I'm saying? Humans submit easily to mental conditioning. You might even say we live on these imprints. Well, in your case, I'd say trauma poses a bigger issue for you than cultural conditioning. Your face. Sulky as usual. This can get annoying sometimes. Okay, have I been everywhere? Alright, good. So then we can do this one, which will be our official route. Saya is taking shelter from the heavy rain, standing alone off to the side of the tennis court. Saya, what are you doing here?
見ての通りですわ。テニスの試合です。あなたが車を使わない方がいいというので歩いてきたら、ひどい目に遭いましたわ。
Why are you here at all? You can't play tennis in the rain, can you?
何にもご存知ないのですね。これはテニスでは当然のマナーですわ。たとえ家を出た時に雨が降っていたとしても、開催地では雨が降っていないかもしれないじゃないですか。
I don't think the weather changes that much in the same town.
だからこれは当然のことなのです。
But there's no one else here.
そうですわね。
I don't drive, but I do have an umbrella. Let me walk you home. After Saya changed in the classroom, I take her and her dripping hair back to Kamishiro Manor under my umbrella. On the way there, Saya looks down and speaks so softly that I can barely hear her through the rain. Sorry.
何がですの？
I told you that it's better without a car, and look at us now.
ああ、そんなことですか。確かに余計なことだったかもしれませんわね。私が雨宿りをするなんて。雨宿りってしたことあります？
I don't know. I can't remember.
ないですよ、雨宿り。ひどい目に遭いました。悪いことばかりでもなかったですけど。
Huh?
それじゃ、ごきげんよう。
She runs up to the manor without looking at me. The weather forecast is unreliable. Then again, that's just one part of the truth of this world. I can't. I'm an idol. Please, Big Deke, you have to understand. If you want to date me, you have to be prepared for the responsibility. Ugh. Only a dream. Why am I dreaming about Rei Nikaido? Responsibility? Forget it. Interesting. It's a Saya route, but it ends with a Rei, with what I would think would be a Rei route. Oh, it's not considered anybody's route, huh? Huh, interesting. I mean, you clearly walk with Saya and have an event. Hmm. The phone rings. It's Miami.
ああ、もしもし。外出たら雨本降りでさ。
And that's why I told you to take your umbrella.
いやー、忠告は聞くもんだね。ってことで、傘持ってまいれ。大至急駅前まで。急ぐといいよ。じゃあね。
Miami hangs up abruptly. Jeez.
いやー、雨に降られちゃうなんてね。傘を持ってきてくれて助かったわ。
I'm annoyed.
そう言うな。ああ、ゆきのさん、先にシャワー浴びちゃっていいからね。嬉しい。それじゃあお先に。まゆみちゃん、また映画見に行こうね。あれ、私？あ、
Who is it?
なんであんたに言わなきゃいけないの？
Miami goes upstairs, her eyes glued to her phone. The weather forecast is unreliable. Oh, it's a bunch of events. Okay, well. I don't want to quite do the next event yet until we see all the choices.
ワールドエンドシンドローム。
The phone rings. It's Miami.
ああ、もしもし。外出たら雨本降りでさ。
That's why I told you to take your umbrella.
いやー、忠告は。
Wait, did I do this one? Oh, I just picked the wrong. Did it not remember my choice? That's weird. It didn't. It almost always remembers. I mean, this would be the first time it hasn't remembered.
ワールドエンドシンドローム。
The phone rings. It's Miami.
ああ、もしもし。
Oh, it's the same in every location? Really? Seems like it's definitely guiding me to one set of actions. Because all the rest of the choices involve me bringing her an umbrella. Really, none of these are considered character routes, huh? I see, everything else results in... Yeah, it all points to one event, essentially. Well, is Kamishiro Manor also going to be about the... It is. Everything is bringing an umbrella. Okay, I guess you really only got one choice. Everything else leads to this point. Well, that's kind of interesting. You're fated to bring umbrellas to your roommates. Well, I guess I'm doing this event then. There's no other event. It's a pretty big event too. Oh. Thursday, August 8th. Last night's rain has stopped completely, and I can hear cicadas who managed to breathe the rain. The Mystery Club meets today. I've made no progress on the assignment I was given for the summer camp. I change into my uniform and leave home. We've definitely seen all this before. Back home at the mansion, nobody seems to be inside. Both Mayumi and Yukino are still out. As I'm enjoying a glass of cold barley tea, my phone vibrates. It's Kensuke. We were just at the club meeting together.
Ah,
Hey, Big Deke, what are you doing right now? What? At home? You went straight home after the club? What are you, some kind of hermit? You're 17, it's summer break. You're in the prime of your life, and you're just wasting it. This is blasphemous. Exaggerate much? So anyway, I'm standing in front of Kamishito Manor right now. I'm not interested in Saya Kamishito's house, of course, but apparently Nikode is filming at the sacred land nearby. If you've got time on your hands, come out instead of staying holed up. This is my advice as your best friend. Well, I mean, it's your life. Do what you want. Adios, muchachos. Kensuke seems busy as usual. Oh, that's right. I don't need to do this. Okay. That's right. I saved in slot 3. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Students are milling around Mihate for club activities in the afternoon, even during summer break. I walk around the campus in a day. Since I don't have any friends, nobody talks to me and I don't talk to anybody. I return to the club room once more. Everyone else has already left. There's no point in staying here any longer. There's someone on the roof. Could that be Mibu? Mibu is leaning against the fence and looking outwards. When he hears me, he turns and walks slowly towards me.
oh,
No, it's you. There's a PTA meeting today. I had some time, so I came up here alone to do some thinking. You're already so busy. Why'd you decide to be the PTA chair on top of all that? That's a good question. I like the fearless attitude of yours. I'll make an exception in your case and answer your question. It's the old man. He gave orders to take on the role of the PTA chair, a position for those with time and money. Time and money. If that's true, then it's a perfect job for Mibu, isn't it? Then again, this also means Tochiro Kamishito, head of Kamishito Do, must be a cool and analytical man. Even while I'm considering this, Mibu continues speaking. Regardless of his success in switching to overseas markets, the old man always puts Mihate town first. It's his way. How can one move the world if he can't even protect his home? That's what he says, at least. But I'm in charge of marketing for the Kamoshiro family business too. I needed a place where I could think alone, and I finally found it. On the school roof. Exactly. Well, it's time. I'll be going now. I figure I've spoken a bit too much today. Big Deke, please keep it a secret that I come here to the roof.
失礼する。
Mibu creeps open the door and goes back into the school building. Interesting. Wait, why is there two choices here? Who else do I run into? As the trains arrive at the station, people come and go, dispersing into the town. At the foot of the hill, a group of people immersed in their phones appears to be waiting for somebody. Sazanami Street is busy with people shopping. I spot Mayumi's silhouette in the crowd. I try to catch up with her so we can talk. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
Huh? Did she answer in English? Well, sort of. That's besides the point. I look around, but Mayumi's already gone. Watercow Hospital is surrounded by nature. Even in the afternoon, there seems to be a steady flow of patients. Most hospitals are closed on Thursdays, but here they take patients in all days of the week, but Sundays. Why not Sunday? What's so special about Sunday? Do people not get sick on Sunday? The steep hill is picturesque, but actually walking up it is a different story entirely. Oh, God. It's a lot of the same intros. There are more bicycles here than usual today. I wonder if they're busy. When I open the door and walk in, Yamato is walking the floor and serving tables. Huh, Big Deke, sorry, but only the counter seats are open today. Do you mind? Even though it's summer break, lunch is a busy time of the day. Aman is probably sleeping off her cold, so Yamato's solo. Why is it always on busy days like this? I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I wonder if I should take the single open counter seat, but it could swamp Yamato with even more work. I'll come back another time, Yamato. I leave the cafe. Oh, nothing happened there, huh? Okay. At the entrance to the... Oh, okay, yeah, sure. It's Miss Yamashiro. Oh, Big Deke. What are you doing, staring across the river? Miss Yamashiro sighs. Sometimes there's one thing I can't keep off my mind. It's about Mako Oshima. I know it's probably just coincidence, but she's one of the students I spoke to often. She was young, carefree, and full of life. She had such a bright future ahead of her. Her precious life was cut short by someone else's circumstances. I feel the same way. I seized my sister's future. I wonder how your sister feels about it. You think she resents you? I'm sorry, that's an insensitive question. I'm so irresponsible. The sun's setting. We should head back. Miss Yamashiro leaves the riverbank with her head down. I stay, staring out at the rushing flow of water. I stand at the middle of the bridge over the valley and glance down at the valley floor below. During the afternoon, when the distance to the river is clearly visible, it's easy for me to feel the drop sucking me in. these choices, choices. That person walking is Kensuke.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Deek, walking around here after school. Did you promise Saya you'd be her attendant again or something? You should just ignore what Saya says. I don't know why you're being nice. I don't know if you're being nice or what. Anyway, as long as you don't end up as Princess Kamoshido's slave, do whatever you want. By the way, did you get that thing from Mr. Hattori? You know, the thing. I forget what it's called. Mr. Hattori always carries around this weird, really sweet snack. I ran into him at school a while back. I told him where Saya was, and he gave me a piece of candy. I'd never seen this candy before. It came in this big can, and while you were chewing it, it was pretty sweet. Something about being healthy, too. I know I'm not explaining it all that well. Anyway, it was great. If you ever get the chance, try it. But since we're talking about that ninja man, I'm not sure he'll let you have one that easily. See ya. A candy he'd never seen before? And apparently Mr. Hattori shows up at school, too. Takagami Shrine. I see visitors who come to the shrine grounds to pray. I go with the flow and throw in some coins. Yeah, okay, it's all meaningless. Great. As usual, nobody's around the sacred grounds lands is what I'd normally say, but not today. People are rushing around hurriedly. The film crew for the World End has roped off the area to prepare for shooting. Maybe it's because this is in the sacred land where locals don't come, but there are almost no spectators today. I walk up to the roped off area. Rei Nikaido is conversing with her co-star. I see the other lead actor too. I thought I shouldn't disturb her, so I start to head back. Suddenly, Rei Nikaido glances at me. After she notices me, she begins to wave at me vigorously. Nope, this isn't good. The crew and other cast members turn to see who Nikare would be waving at. I toss my hand up in the bare sketch of a wave and hurry away so as not to disrupt their filming. Was that the last route? Or was that the last choice? Interesting. I would have thought this would have been my official choice, but I guess it's this one. So I'm following Rei around like a stalker. She seems to be okay with it, though. Which is... You can definitely tell this is a piece of fiction. As a normal girl would not be so happy that that somebody's following her around all the time. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is Audapostrophe. You've been watching World End Syndrome on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.